Hello everyone, my name is Victoria L. and I am your Chicago Online Principal. Hey, I wanted to stop by today to give three tips for our school leaders when communicating to families. As you know, in our my last video, we discussed communication and I gave three tips, but not specifically for families, right? So I thought I'd share this information with you today because as I've been in schools and doing walkthroughs, it just dawned on me, even when I sat in a few parent meetings, is that a lot of families are not familiar with all of the things that have changed in school that has changed in school since they've been students, right? Our terminology has changed, assessments have changed, even graduate requirements have changed, and they are not privy to a lot of that information. A lot of information they get is secondhand information, whatever their kids bring home. And so it's really important as school leaders to ensure that we meet with our families and share as much information as we can to help them become familiar with what's happening in school so they're not blindsided by anything that may come up that they're just like, I had no clue that this was a thing. All right, so let's go. Three tips that I want to share. The first one that I would recommend for school leaders is, especially at the beginning of the year, but you don't have to even wait. If you didn't do it, you can do it now. Create a questionnaire or a survey for your families to ask them an interest inquiry, like what do they want to learn about the school? What information do they need the school to give to them? And that could be just like a quick Google form that you could take a poll with families and have them fill in what they're looking to learn about. A lot of families, like if they have multiple kids right now, especially in Chicago, their kids were used to taking the NWEA exam. That exam is changing this year, and it's really important for families to know what to expect, and students too. So it's really important to just have those meetings with families to be able to inform them of all the things. But of course, you may not know what those things are that they want to be informed of. So it's really important that you do a quick survey or give them some information to glean information from them that they can share with you, and that way you will be able to understand how to break down what it is that you want to share with them for your family meetings, okay? The second thing I have, host family meetings. Yes, it's really important, especially if you are receiving funding from the city, to host your monthly meetings, right? You need to host these meetings. And I know sometimes they like fall by the wayside. They're really important. It really is a moment for engagement for families. And if you have information from that survey, you can break that all out, and every month you can tackle one of those things that families need to know, okay? Like assessments and graduate requirements. If you're a high school student or you're a high school leader, your families need to know about FAFSA and how it's changed. Your parents may need support in completing FAFSA. So it's really important that you just share that information with them, and the best time to do that is during your monthly meetings, all right? Last thing I would say, in order to make sure that you have a very solid communication with your families, is not only host them monthly meetings, which usually take place at night, after school, where they're not really seeing what's happening. The last thing that I would suggest for you to do is invite your families in. Yes, invite them to come in on a tour. Invite them to stop by their kids' classroom. Have your teachers host some things in their class that parents could be a part of. The more that you create a relationship with your families, the more support that you'll be able to receive from them for their scholars. And our best recruiters are our families. Yes, they are. When they love a school, they tell all of their families about it. I know. I am a product of Chicago Public Schools, and I have gone to schools with many relatives because by word of mouth, families thought this school or that school was great. So I would suggest you not only have a questionnaire for your families and host your monthly meetings, but invite them to come in and see what your school is all about. Hey, you're doing great work, and you know you are. Why not share it and showcase it? So with that being said, those are my three tips that I'm sharing with school leaders around communicating with families. Have a good one.